Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're doing something new. There is so much news to cover, and we got a lot of folks looking at different news things, like AMC is plummeting. It's down like 12% right now, and it sucks because at first they're like, the short interest is high, and then it's low. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to cover multiple different news pieces just in this video. We're going to put timestamps below every time. So these are some things that we're going to cover. First thing, housing prices. Who's got housing prices?
I do.
Let's hear it.
So about 62% of all properties saw their equity jump by 20% in the first quarter from a year earlier. That results in the average person having $33,400 worth of gains in equity.
That's crazy. So year over year, the average person made 33 grand owning real estate. Yet if you rented, you got none of that. So I think this is one of the big reasons. All y'all gonna buy homes very soon, right?
Exactly.
So right now they're renting from me, and people are like, tenants are like, oh, well, Kevin's a landlord. He doesn't want his tenants to own. It's not true. The best thing that tenants could do is become landlords. So become a landlord yourself. Become a property owner yourself. That's really coal on property. What was that? $2 trillion in wealth?
Yeah.
Wow.
Collectively, there was $2 trillion created year to year.
Crazy. That's like a whole Biden stimulus plan. All right, what else is news? Wait, and was there anything? How much is it going to go up next year? Another 50%?
No, they are expecting things to cool off a little bit, just because they're hitting an affordability wall right now, and there's not enough supply. But they don't expect any kind of crash in prices because the demand is still there. It's just going to the rapid gains are probably going to slow.
That's exactly what I heard about AMC too. It's okay. It's okay. It's just gonna slow. It's just gonna slow. Okay, we'll see if this is '08 all over again. I hope not. I don't think so. I think it's maybe like a 10% chance. But yeah, if there is, and you buy the dip. I bought the dip this morning, but on the first dip, and now I'm on the second dip on AMC, so it's just a little problematic. Okay, who's next? What's our next story? Supply chains. Who's got supply chain stuff? That's you.
Biden on Tuesday just released a series of steps designed to strengthen the critical U.S. supply things. So that would be, large capacity lithium batteries, rare earth materials, semiconductors.
Is this good for like MP materials? Because they do rare earth materials. Like, what are they doing? What are they saying in the story? Like, we're gonna just plow more money into materials, or
pretty much. There's apparently like a $17 billion in effort for the new research. So like Department of Interior is going to be involved, Department of Health, and Department of Energy. So everyone's just kind of combining into right now, going into it.
So buy MP materials. Is their stock up today? Or over the last few days? MP materials. I have an interview on the channel with the CEO. If you type in Meet Kevin MP materials. That guy is funny. He said one day I could come blow up part of the mine with dynamite. I kind of want to do that. That'd be awesome. We should blog that. So, but yeah, I mean, think about what the implications of that are. I mean, it just reiterates how important this EV revolution is going to be in the battery revolution with lithium batteries.
They have a new 10-year plan to develop that supply chain for the EVs.
In the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the new one as well.
That's huge, yeah, because right now China destroys us on battery manufacturing, on rare earth material mining. Like, we're a fraction of it. We got to compete with China. We got some work to do. So that's a lot of. How much money did I say?
17 billion.
Okay, so the material miners and the batteries get 17 billion, and the homeowners get $2 trillion. Got it. All right. Next. EDD. Yeah, this is making fun of California, right? Yeah. This is California failures all over again.
You can help us fix this.
We're used to California failures.
So this is the situation. So California's EDD department is so hard to get a hold of that people are starting, jobless people that are on unemployment are having to pay intermediaries between $20 to $80 just to get a hold of EDD.
Wait, just to get on the phone?
Just to get on the phone with them. So they're paying companies. There's one specifically called Claimer. They're charging people around $50, and what they do is they have robo-dialers that are constantly calling EDD nonstop to try to get these people their money. It's crazy because it's like.
But so, I mean, what that means is literally, if you're not using one of those companies, you're competing against all the robo-dialers.
Exactly. So it's making it even harder for the people that are using the companies to get a hold of them.
Oh, it just shows how broken California is. So people are paying, what did you say, $50 to $80 just to get on the phone with the state of California?
Oh, yeah.
And so if you get disconnected, you have to pay again.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So what happens is you call in and they connect you via like this proxy, I guess, or something, and then you can hang up and then they call you. It's like a callback, like an on-hold callback, and then finally you're able to call it. But the thing is, you have to do this every time you want to claim your money. So it's like you have to pay this fee like once a week or once every 2 weeks. However, you have to certify for your unemployment.
Wow.
That's like
Yeah,
ferocious.
and it's like unemployed people that are having to pay this.
Yeah, I mean, the people who need the most help are going through the biggest crisis in this country of getting appropriate help. It's the same thing that's happening with the rental assistance right now, where people are wanting to get rental assistance, but they can't because the counties and cities have all these weird application processes and laws. Oh, we'll only cover 70 or 80% of your back rent. It's like, that's not what the bill says, first of all. In Congress, they've got a bill that says rental assistance, up to 12 months of back rent, up to 6 months of forward rent. It doesn't say half of your rent. It doesn't say 80% of your rent, but that's classic California. So that's California for you, screwing the people again. Well, that's why we're running for governor, to try to fix this crap. We gotta fix it. Okay, so next one, jobless. What happened? Autumn.
So, past 6 weeks, jobless claims have been hitting new lows every week. And then coming in this week, it was another pandemic low at 447,000 jobless claims.
And that's combined with the pandemic
That is
unemployment
combined
and
with 71,000 pandemic
So
jobs.
we're under 500,000 now combined. I mean, this is incredible. I remember reading these numbers off, and you'd add the regular jobless claims and the pandemic unemployment claims, which are self-employed people who usually don't qualify for unemployment. We used to add those together, and it was 1.5, 1.6 million. It was crazy. Now we're under 500,000, so that's really good. What'd you say it was, 447?
447, yeah.
That's great. Yeah, and we had inflation data that came out this morning. Yeah, the expectation was a month-over-month increase of 0.4%. Came in at 0.6, slightly higher than expected. Used cars, again, jacking up prices. Is anybody trying to buy a car lately? How's pain doing?
Well, I was going to
You were
buy
going
a car
to?
here, and then
What, did you look at the prices? And
Oh, yeah.
No way.
there was no point to. I mean, you could buy a new car for the prices that you're going for. It would just buy like a lesser version of it.
Okay. Well, yeah, so used cars, we're up 7.6% month over month. We've got airline tickets, we're up 7% month over month. So as well as like poultry, pork, and eggs and flour, we're up 1 to 2% each. So, the inflation is definitely here, but we knew this was going to be the worst month. We've been knowing this since like December, January, since we're comparing to a big hole last year. So inflation, and that's why the market's actually not doing horribly today. The market's holding up, with the exception of AMC. Who all's in AMC right now? Oh, nobody.
Just you, Kevin.
72 KG. Apparently, everybody just listened to my warnings and they're like, okay, thanks for the warning, Kevin. Bye. And left me holding the bag. They're like, fine. They're like, have fun. I got strong guns. I'll carry all the bags for everyone. Send me the bags. All right. What's next? Is that you, Jonathan? College. What do we got? So college students, they're supposed to be going to school, but we had a pandemic for the last year.
Yeah.
So what does this mean? What's happening?
Well, it's funny because it seems like it would be because of the pandemic, but really we're already trending that way in 2019 and 2018 in that kids were just not going to college anymore.
Wait, so less people were already going to college in 18 to 19?
It was already trending that way, but
Like now?
dramatic, exactly.
Okay.
Dramatic increase with the pandemic, and of course California is the #1 in the lowest enrollment for college students.
So what you're saying is people enrolling in college from like 18 to 19 kind of did this. And then now
followed AMC.
we're getting data, and it's basically, doing the AMC chart.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
And you're saying the one that's falling the fastest is actually California.
Coincidence?
I think not. So what else? What other data is in that?
41% faced a change in employment during the pandemic. About 19% had their work hours reduced to 22% and were laid off to being furloughed. So I guess work is a factor as far as employment or
People want money.
Exactly.
So the people trying to get ahead in community colleges and four-year institutions, they're not enrolling in college anymore because the value of a college degree has plummeted. Plus the fact that 41% of people have changes in jobs, you said. A bunch of people have changes in their hours, so maybe they're not able to get as many hours as they need, or they're not getting the same amount of pay. People are like, oh, well, McDonald's is paying you more money, that's great, but is the job that somebody currently had still available, or did they lose their job after their restaurant went bankrupt? So a lot of changes here, and I think people are probably questioning the value of college. What do you all think? College?
I agree. A degree is just honestly a very expensive piece of paper now. It seems.
It's kind of sad. I mean, you're going into sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars of student debt just to
If
try to
only
get
there
by.
was some sort of like future school.
You mean like one that combined community college, high school, and financial education so that by 18 you could graduate debt-free?
Yeah. That
You
would
know,
be amazing.
if that was even an idea that somebody had, people should go to meetkevin.com/donate and donate to Meet Kevin for Governor, because that's exactly what we're going to do, because this is a disgrace. Look at this disgrace that we've got here. We got housing prices up, but that is good for homeowners, but screws people who can't afford homes. We've got supply chain issues causing inflation. That screws people who don't have wealth. We got the EDD screwing people in California, where poor people who are unemployed have to pay California to just get on the phone with the state. What a travesty we have. We got jobless numbers doing well, but that does you no good if you need to change careers and you're getting screwed because college isn't helping you. And people are like, well, I guess I'm not going to go to college. What are you going to get stuck in? A low-paying service industry job? It's sad. California's a mess. California's a beautiful state, though, and we can fix it. Anyway, any other news?
I think that's it for now.
I think we did it. Awesome. Take one. Done.